All right, thank you for joining me today. If you are joining my channel for the first time, do what to use the subscription button below and remember to turn on your notification bell. Once again, my name is Shakirat Oluokun, popularly called Always Shakaro. I'm a parent coach, an emotional and spiritual resilience coach, and I'm also the founder of the Purposeful Parenting Academy, a platform that is dedicated to equipping parents with relevant skills for raising a resilient and righteous children in this 21st century. You agree with me that raising children this century is more tougher than it used to be. So back to the topic. Last week we talked about how to identify low or poor or healthy self-esteem in a child. So today we are going to be talking about the root causes of low self-esteem. Humans naturally we are born with that nature of adaptability. We are born with that nature of striving. We are born with that nature of being resilient. Resilience is one thing that we are naturally born with. It's an innate ability. Unfortunately, what comes in the way of this resilience is the things we experience, the things we say, the things people say about us, the things society tells us we cannot do. So the topic is, how do you understand or the root cause of low self-esteem in children? What are the causes of it? Like I said before, resilience is an innate skill of every human being. The ability to bounce back from life challenges is something that is innate because our experience as during childhood for me is the bedrock of who we think we are. Like I said in my previous video, that the self-esteem is the perception we have about ourselves, our feelings, our thoughts about ourselves. Is the overall feeling and thinking that we create about who we are, and it comes from two major sources: what people say about us during our childhood experience, and what's the perception of people about us, and how they treat us, how we are treated as a child is the foundation of how we think about ourselves or what we feel about ourselves. So one of the major causes of low self-esteem is childhood experience. That's the core. That's the foundation. That's the root cause. That's where we form our opinion. That's where we form our perception of who we are. That's where the values are created. The first 10 years of a child's life forms the foundation of whatever you want to teach a child. That's it. That's where you plant the seed. After then, it's just for you to continue to water it. You continue to water it. And believe me, after the 15 years old, what you are expecting is just the results. So you see parenting like it's just like a journey of, it's like a project. It's a journey, but it's also a project. A project of, let me say, you can say I'm trying to put things in place within these stipulated years, and I expect to see these returns in after year. So what are the causes of low self-esteem? One of it is when you constantly or deliberately compare a child to other people. This is one of the things that parents unconsciously do. It's hard not to do that. It's hard. But the more conscious and mindful you become as a parent, the lesser you fall into this habit of comparing a child. We do say that I understand that children are not the same, children are different, but in essence, do we practice these things? When you constantly compare a child, don't you see this other person? It's breed hatred amongst children, even within siblings. You find parents saying, that's why I love your brother. Ọmọ yẹn ara ẹ balẹ̀. Ọmọ tara ẹ balẹ̀ yẹn. Of course, you are saying the reality. A child might be more calm than the other child, but that does not mean you should continuously compare them. You can appreciate a child for being calm, but when you are talking to that one that is not calm, you don't need to say to his face that, you're not calm at all like your other brother. These are things that build hatred in siblings, because they constantly think the other person is better than me. The other person is better than I am. And you don't have that system as a parent. If you don't have that system that makes you talk to your children about love, when you don't put in place that structure that make you express themselves, that makes children express themselves. I said it in my previous video that when your children cannot say no to you as a parent, you are laying them the foundation of just for giving in to people's opinion. When your children can boldly tell you no as a parent, believe me, they can tell anybody no outside. Because you are thinking that your ego as a parent is coming in the way, you think because I'm the parent, you must always obey me, then your child will fall that victim of doing the same to other people because they think they are adults. Being an adult is not an automatic freedom to being right all the time. I used to say that. As an adult, you are also infallible. You are human, you can make mistakes. So you don't expect your child to tell you no, to tell you yes all of the time. Let your child tell you no. That's the foundation of showing that your child has healthy self-esteem. Your child can tell you no, your child can tell anybody no outside. So when you constantly compare children to other people, you are eroding the child's self-esteem. Another thing is that when you prove to your child that they should not make mistakes, that is when you constantly criticize them over their mistakes, instead of you seeing their process as a process, their journey as a process that is something that you evolve over, you work over, you try to improve day by day. When you constantly, I'm not saying you should not talk to your child about mistakes, but how do you say it? How do you prove it to them? Is it in an encouraging way, or in a way that sounds degrading? You have to look out to this. You can of course correct a child for making especially careless mistakes, but mistakes that you know that it's just a process, it's part of the journey of being a child, then you might unconsciously be eroding their self-esteem. Self-esteem is built in the home, that's it, especially during the foundation years. Another thing that can be coming in the way of your child, or that can be the cause of your child low self-esteem, is that you don't allow them try new things. Yes, when you don't allow your children try out new, your child tells you, I want to try this out. Mommy, can I do this? You are saying no. Mommy, can I try this? You are saying you okay. You that you wasted my thing last week. Think I can allow you to do this. You that you wasted your child is telling you that, can I try this game? You are saying no. It could be anything. When you don't give your children that avenue to express their creativity, when you don't give them that avenue to think, you are just over them, all over all over everything. You are too bossy, you are too controlling, you are trying to just maneuver or find your way around your child's activities. You don't want them to do this, you don't want them to do that. Of course, you have the right over the things your child can do. That is as long as it is in line with your family values. These are the things we can do. These are what we believe in. Every other thing that you can do, as long as it's not contrary to the values we have as an house, as a house, as a home, then you are good to go. But once you constantly stop your child from trying new things, then you don't be it means you don't believe in them. And this is also a root cause. When you don't believe, it means you don't believe in yourself as a parent. So because when you don't believe in your child, it's a reflection of who you truly are. You don't believe that your child can do something. Actually, I want to become this, I want to become I want to become this, I want to become that. Then you are projecting your own fear into that child. Recently, my foster son was telling me that he wants to become a farmer. And I was like, that's great. Wow, you can become a farmer. He said, do you like it? Mom? I said, I don't have to like it. As long as you like it. As long as you like it, yes, farmer can become one of the richest people in the world, because we are going to provide job for people, you are going to make people eat, you are going to provide food for people. Then it means you are doing something great. It means you are sustaining people. And he is asking me if I like it. I said, I don't have to like it. As long as you are happy doing it and it is good, it's not contrary to our family values, then you are good to go. It means you should allow your children dream big. They are telling you, I want to become a pilot, I want to become a teacher, an engineer. Saying, you better be realistic. Of course, they should be realistic, but child is meant for dream. Let them dream big. Let them express themselves. Let them say what they want to become. Even if you don't really like them, don't just project your own fears or your own fantasies onto your child. It can be a kind of cause of your child feeling that they are not enough, they are not sufficient. There are various causes of low self-esteem. I've mentioned that of comparing children. I've mentioned when you don't believe in them, when you don't have confidence in who your child can be, which is a reflection of who you truly are as a parent, because it has nothing to do with the child. When somebody tell you I want to become something and you don't, and you are trying to look down on them, it doesn't reflect who the person is trying to become. It reflects in essence It reflects who you are, because the more you believe in your own self, the more you believe in other people. And one of the best gifts you can give to a child is a healthy self-esteem. That is that feeling that I can do whatever I want to do. I have parents who used to ask me that, "Well, how can I battle? I know I'm battling with low self-esteem to myself. How can I overcome it?" I said the best way to go about it is to give to yourself what your parents have failed to give to you. Yes, set goals for yourself and accomplish them. You start to feel good about yourself. That's the truth. So the more you can believe in yourself as a parent, the more you can believe in your child too. But once you don't believe in yourself, you accept to be in that safe zone as a parent, that comfort zone. You feel comfortable there. Then you cannot even help a child develop that healthy self-esteem, because your own you are just in that myopic way of thinking. So self-esteem is built in the home, and it's one of the best gifts you can give to your child. What are you doing today to build your child's self-esteem? Join me next week while we continue on how to build your child's self-esteem. Thank you. Remember, be more than a parent. Be purposeful. Bye.